Hello, 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 all my beautiful, amazing, fantastic machine heads. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to a brand new, old series. We have played on this before, but it has been a long time, and the last time we were on here, we did not finish. But we are bringing back the Realistic series. So welcome, welcome, welcome to the Realistic Farming channel for Farming Simulator 22, where we use real tractors, we use real equipment, we have realistic tutorials, and we have a real lot of fun. Welcome in, everybody. Here we go. So we are waking up first thing in the morning in March on year one. We are going to play 1 day months. Okay. So, which reminds me, I have to change that back from 4 days. I was going to play 4 days, but we're going to do 1 day months now. I'll go over. I did a few changes to the farm, but not much. For the most part, it is original, played as the author intended. I got rid of the chicken pen because we only want to do cows. That is it. We also got rid of one shed that was over here, and we put one that matched. So, and then we bought some basic equipment, and we started ourselves with $10,000, and that's it. We want to make this as hard as we can. We started on new farmers, so we did adjust the money a little bit to make it a little bit harder. We own fields 11, okay? We own field 7. We own this part of the farm up here, this part of the farm, and field 10. Today, we are going to start harvesting field 10. Because what we have to do is I have to break these fields down just a little bit because of the fact that they are so big. I want to make sure that we have the proper thing. As you can see, this is a 30-acre field. I don't want to sit there and harvest for 5 days. I do, but I don't. And that's just in real life, too. Even though I do it in real life, I want to kind of try to break this up into maybe 3 fields of like 10 to 12 acres each. It's still going to take us quite a while. So on that, I'm going to let you guys know that we are going to play, like I said, 1 day months. We are prepared to play the entire 24 hours if we have to, just to be as realistic as we can. If we need more days later, we will. I'm trying to get as close to 100 episodes on this as that I can. And then I've got some maps lined up that I'm going to be playing for the realistic. But going forward, like we stated the other day in my live stream, we are going to play realistic from here on out. That's it. That's what we do. It's what we do on this channel. So, without further ado, let's get going. And you guys know how it works. You're going to lose the game sounds, but you're not going to lose me. And, yes, we are recording. So, what I'm going to also do is I'm going to compromise. Instead of just doing a running clock, I am going to go 30 minutes, providing we have a project we're working on. Like today, for example, we're harvesting. So, we're going to go a 30-minute video, and then I'm going to harvest 30 minutes off camera. So we're still going to have quite a few episodes per game month, but that's okay because that's what we want. We want to go slow. We want to take it as slow as we can. So let me show you some equipment. And we have tried to get as close to Fury's realistic farming equipment on here that I really use in real life, except for the combine is a little bit different. So let's get into our sheds, and I'll show you, and then we got to get harvested because it's going to go fast. 30 minutes goes very fast. We have, without perfect timing, this is the very tractor I own in real life. This is the 4640. This is our plow tractor, our pallet tractor, our TMR mixer. This is what we pretty much use for our yard tractor, is our 4640. That is my real life tractor, and that is what I spend majority of my time in. We also have the John Deere 4840, which we own in real life as well. She's the big brother, big sister to the 4640. I have to find the mod, but I got to get it. We also own the John Deere 7600, which we are going to get in here. We have the 8350 seeder, which is exactly what we have in real life. This is what we seed with. We seed up to 80 to 100 acres, 160 actually. With this very seeder here. Very small, but when you're in real life, it's pretty decent size. It's about 5.7 to 6 meters wide in real life, so you're talking about 18 feet wide. So it's decent sized seeder, but we seed up to 160 acres every single time with this right here. We also have the John Deere cultivator, which is what we run on our farm. This is a 20-footer, which is exactly what I have on my farm right now. This is what I run. We run a no-till farm here on my farm, So we don't plow, we just cultivate. So what we do is the co-op comes in and they spread lime and they spread fertilizer, and then we cultivate it in. And we take care of slurry and manure, and then we also cultivate that in. So far, these pieces of equipment are real. This TARDIS is not real. As far as the trailer itself is real. It's the Brantley trailer in real life, but the only thing I could find close to the Brantley trailer, which is what we have in real life, is this Lizard TARDIS. So this very trailer we own. We don't own it in green. It is brown, but that's okay. It's the same trailer, and it tips the same way. So those 4 pieces of equipment are exactly what I have on my farm in real life, so that's exciting. The lime spreader is the L12 lime spreader. This is exactly what we spread up to the co-op does. We have it on the farm. We own it. This is only 3 meters wide, believe it or not, and it is chain driven. What it is you drag it, and there's chains inside here, and it spreads the lime. This is a real piece of equipment. That's what we own, and the co-op comes and they use it, but we own it. So technically we could spread the lime ourselves. The combine, I had to go with a theme with the tractors, and I went with the tired modding Turbo 8820. Sorry, as I clear my throat in your ear holes, with the 218 John Deere 5.5 meter with the paddle boards. I went with that because it was the theme and about the year that the tractors came out. But in real life, we own the John Deere S760, which is a big modern combine. And we have a 6.5, I think. 6.5 or 7.6 to be. I don't know the exact number. I have to go out and look at it. But it's decent size. This is only a 5.5 meter. So what we're going to run on this farm is we're going to run nothing bigger than 6 meters. That's the limit that we're going to run because we have smaller tractors. And we start with a workshop, a fuel tank with some fuel in it, a pressure washer. There's our workshop, our home. And then the farm is across the street. I am going to leave traffic on, which I've never done before in my life. This section up here is where I did the most amount of changes to. This barn was originally on here, so we left it on here. So what we're going to do is this thing holds 240 cows, which is plenty big enough for our farm that we have right here. Boom. And I really like the updates that they did on the map, because when I played on the map, we couldn't get into the cow pen. That was it, so they added this to allow us to get in there and mow. So that's kind of cool too. But it's about double what we have in real life. In real life, we have 125 head of Holsteins. And we're going to do things a lot differently on this Let's Play. So what we're going to do is we are going to do something cool. Like, for example, we're going to buy 5 cows. That's it. That's all we're going to buy. We're going to haul them back from the animal dealer. We're going to buy 5. Now, when we make enough milk from those 5, we're going to sell those 5. We make enough milk to buy 10 cows. We're going to sell those 5 off. We're going to buy 10, and that's how we're going to grow our herd. We're going to go with the 12-month-old cows, so they produce milk, but they don't reproduce for 8 months, which gives us plenty of time to make money in between, and that way we're saving a little bit money. We are using only manure on this map for spreading, which is going to be crazy. So what I did is I added a mod to where I can buy manure pallets. Here's our manure thing. The only thing I changed is on the original map, this part right here is a hay dryer, and I don't use hay dryers. So that's kind of cool. Let me see something real quick. Let's see something. Why is that doing that? There it is. I was like, you can run right through that. That's kind of neat. Watch this. Now you can't. That's awesome. Okay, good. Kind of fixed itself, which is good. And I added, this was the same, and this was the same. Here, now what I did is on the original version, it comes with a cow pen, or a pig pen here. I added this massive grass field. Shebang, look at it all. And then she's got undulations in her. I did that on purpose. I put that in there because this thing was all of our farm. And I added this as a field. And then we can come down here, and I added the next field. So what we're going to do is we are going to, the properties that we own, we are going to fence them in. This is another property that we own, and we're going to make fences all the way around it, because that way we can show other farmers that we own it. We're going to use the white picket fence, which matches the which matches the picket fence around the cow farm. So, and then we can just come right in here and shebang. So we own 2 grass fields and we own 2 arable fields right now. We own a 30-acre field and a 10-acre field. So we own about 40 acres right now, which isn't that much, but we'll get there. And this one here, we're going to split up into 3 equal fields. So that we're going to have, by the time we're all done with this, we're going to have 4 10-acre fields. That way we can, start to move around a little bit, start to get going, and then we'll expand. To let you guys know, we own field 10, 7, and 11. The next field I'm probably going to buy. What I'm going to do is, this is our grass. This is our grass. All this edge here will be grass. That way we can just zip it right in there and feed them. This is going to be arable, so we're going to have this one, this one. We're going to split this into 3. So I probably will do it, boom, straight across there, and then straight down there. And that'll give us 1, 2, 3. That's probably what I'm going to do. So without further ado, let's get going. We only got about 20 minutes left, and then we will go. I have to adjust the speed on this because this is going to harvest at 6 miles an hour, and that's okay. Let her warm up a little bit. This is a great mod. Tired Modding does great mods. And what I like about it is you can't just jump in and hit the gas and go. Yeah, the way he set it up is you have to let it warm up for a couple seconds at least. So this is the new way we're going to play things. We talked about it during our live stream, and I'm excited to get you guys going on it. And we're going to stick with it. This is the series we're going to stick with until we can... until we can buy another map or change maps. So I'm going to go down here, go right out here in this field. I left traffic on, which is something I never do because traffic is realistic. I normally turn it off. So we are going to go with... Yeah, I was actually looking at our combine the other day, and the 670 is actually huge compared to this one. And we have a 28-foot pipe on ours. No course play, no workers. We must do everything ourselves. And that's going to be the hardest part for you guys to watch. Now, as you can see, we've got to go down with... There we go. And we're going to turn her on. Oh, we got our own folder. Now, I got this with the 20-foot pipe on it. Ours has a 28-footer, so you're going to wait, buddy. You're going to wait. So ours goes about all the way across the road, pretty much. But we also have a lot bigger header. There we go. Let's make sure that we are dropping straw. And we are. Perfect. Here we go, guys. We are on our way. We are harvesting. We're making straw. And then we're going to take we're going to have to buy. Now, as you see, we only start with $10,000. So we're going to have to sell this grain right away to make some money because we have to buy a baler and we have to buy things like that. So we are able to do contracts, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to, in the sense of realism, if we do a contract, we buy the piece of equipment we need. We take the rest of the money and we give it to the bank. That's what we're going to do. We don't own a loan. We don't have a loan whatsoever. So that's kind of cool. This only holds... There we go. Yep. This little small header would harvest at about 3.2 miles an hour, which is about right. It's about what we harvest at anyways. What we combine at. Now, this is a 10-acre field. As you can see, when you're using a 5.5 meter header, which is the biggest we're going to have, this is it. Because of the simple fact that we're only allowed 6 meters, and the next header up on this, see the floater? That's awesome. When they made the mod, see how it floats? The ground contour, that's great. The max piece of equipment we can use is 6 meters, with the exception of one piece of equipment, and that is the cultivator. That's 7 meters. So that was just 1 meter bigger because the 6 meter ones I was looking at didn't look very realistic, and I wanted to match the one that we had on the farm. So that was as far as what we can do. But now you guys understand we can upgrade the combine size, but we can't upgrade the header size. So we can go modern. We can go from our 4640 all the way up to whatever we want to go to. Size tractor-wise, that's not going to stop. We're not limited to that. We're not limited to trailer size. We're not limited to any of that stuff. But we are limited to implement size. So that's what we are going to limit ourselves to. So 6 meters is it. So that's why you guys understand now why I want to cut the fields down to 10 acres or less, because otherwise we are going to be here forever. And it's bad enough we're going to be here for a couple, 2-3 hours harvesting this anyways. So that's cool. And as we get going up, and you know what? I got thinking about it now. I probably should put it on multiple days. But what I want to do is I want to kind of get it to at least one series to 100 episodes is what I want to do. And I figured at 12 episodes per game day and one month, one season, or 1 day months, that would be 120 episodes. But the map is huge. These fields are huge. So if we took like 24, which is another 30-acre field, and we split that into 3, we're going to have lots of fields to harvest. So we probably should take Jason's advice. Jason was in, a.k.a. PA Plowboy, was in Big A's stream the other night, and he said that he plays Westby, Wisconsin, the 4X map, at 4 day months, 1X speed. And I thought, well, you know what? I could do that, and that would be cool. But I think 4 days would be too much, because then if you're talking 12 episodes per game day, and that's 48 episodes per month, now you're talking 450 episodes to get through the day. So we want to make sure that we're still, going, because here's why. Here's what we'll do. We're going to keep it at 1 day months, but if we have to play the full 24 hours, if we have to harvest in the middle of the night, if we have to go through a night without sleeping, that's perfectly fine too, because the farm sim physics doesn't matter if you sleep. Whether, we're only doing that for the sense of realism. But so right now, while we can, we're going to play 12-hour days. And then after that, when we get going, we will play up to the 24 hours in a game day. And that gives us a lot of time to do what we need to get every field done. And then sooner or later, there may be a point in time where we're not resting at all, where we're literally just doing work, which is fine with me. You guys will get a chance to see some harvesting and combining and stuff and working in the middle of the night. We'll get used to the rule we're going to make is the rule that we always keep whenever we have animals. They always have to be fed first thing in the morning, and then we will top them off in the afternoon. I'm going to sell milk once a day, which is first thing in the morning. That's when our trucks come. The people that get it twice a day are the ones that have big farms. We get it once a day. A tanker comes, he unloads it, boom, 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 and then he's on his way. So that's what I'm going to represent. Now, is this way that we're doing things the way that every single farmer in America does it? Nope, nope, nope. That's the disclaimer I have to throw in there, because every farmer has their own way of doing things. This is just the way I do things. So we're down to the end, raise the header, back her up, just so she keeps that straw in line. Out into the grass, back her up, and lower the header. And there we go. We're onto our headland. We're onto our headland. So this is going to be hard for you guys to get used to, because I was always a big proponent before on utilizing workers. See, on my farm here, I am the worker. That's it. Once in a while, they will hire some people. John does have people working for him. And the most amount of workers that he ever has at one point is 6. And that goes to, most of them are coming in to help milk in the morning, and then when there's field work to do, it's usually either me or somebody else that does it. So we're going to keep it as realistic as we can, but this is going to be a single farmer play. We're not going to act like we have a big crew. Now, down the road, what we could very well do and very easily do is when we start getting a lot more modern and we start building, we start getting enough money, if we have enough money in the bank, then we can hire people. But right now we only have $10,000 in the bank. We still have equipment to buy. I have to buy a baler. I have to buy what I need. So I don't know what's going to happen down the road. Don't care. But this is going to be my series until we get at least 1 year on it. Raise the header out into the grass. Back her up. So that straw stays in line. About 9 minutes in game. And then we're going to also, got to remember too, guys, we're going to also live stream this too. So we're going to go 3 hours on this live streaming. So we'll be able to, the series will go right along, and it will be less time than you think. But you guys have asked me and begged me and asked me to put out a realistic series, realistic channel, come back to basics and play it the way it should be, like real farming should be played. And I'm going to compromise with you guys because I always wanted a running clock, but I am going to compromise, and we're going to put out 30-minute videos, and then I'm going to play 30 minutes. But I'm only going to do that if there's stuff to do, like I said. If there's not stuff to do, then we will come right back where we left off. And we will do things like what we do in real life. You know, we stack bales, we feed the cows, there's all kinds of stuff going on, like building. We are right now in the process of refencing a new field that was purchased, 60-acre field down the road. So we are in the process of fencing that in so that it is ours, and that's kind of cool. So, you know, like little things like when I put that white picket fence up, that's stuff we can do. You know, if we decide to take one of our grass pastures, tear the fence down and put another cow pen in, we can do that. That's the ability. We also can mow the cow pen on this map too. So we technically have 3 meadows that we can mow, that we will mow. Predominantly this map is flat, but there is undulations in the middle of the fields and up and down, as you guys can see by the amount of floating that this head is doing. It's going up and down and up and down. That means the contours of the ground is following that. So it's pretty cool, you know, pretty neat. The makers of this map, this should have gotten a 5-star from everybody. So I get so used to harvesting that I don't look down at how much is in my grain tank, and I'm almost 70% full. Now this was only fertilized, I think 50%. That's why we're not going to get the greatest yield in the world, but hey, almost 7,000 liters, and we're not even around 1 headland yet. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Try to give you guys a little. Now see, that's the other reason I got it. Let me back up so you get the straw. Now see, I was just talking about that last night. In the combines, ours does the same thing. You have a window back there so you can actually see when you bring the pipe out. It's really cool. So this mod was done super realistic. Great job, Tired Modding. I got this off his itch.io page, so I will post a link for this combine. It comes with all the headers. It comes with several different iterations of the combine. It comes with several different iterations of the header. Comes with a corn header. It also comes with a grass pickup or straw pickup. So you can put it down and it will pick up straw and blow it into your combine. I do believe that's how it works. We've never used it like that in real life, but I think it's just for grass. So, but I don't know. I'll have to monkey around with that a little bit. There we go. So what we're going to do, and also like I stated, we're not allowed to tab vehicles. We must run everywhere we go. So we're going to try to drive as much as we can. We still have to buy a pickup truck. I wanted to get some of the basic equipment bought so that we can actually start working instead of driving back and forth from the store. I'll try to keep my store runs. In fact, what I may do is put the store deliveries on so that it can be brought right to our farm, which is real. And like I stated in a video the other day, we had our JCB skid loader delivered right to the house from New Holland. That's what we got it from the New Holland dealership, even though it's a JCB. Got it from the New Holland dealership. She was used. She had about 30, almost 35 hours. So it's still fairly new. 35 hours in a tractor is new. When you get up into our tractors, and my 4640 has about 3,500 hours on it, and that's no joke. That's definitely the way they get thousands of hours on them. So we got this JCB used, but it had about, like I said, about 35 hours on it, which is absolutely nothing in a tractor's life. So I would have gotten more done if I didn't have the tour to do. But like I said, the cool thing is, like, I mean it, the cool thing about the cows is we're going to do it like we're going to build our we're going to build our cow empire up, you know, by letting them pay for it. The first load we pay for, and then after that, it's just going to be like them having babies. But instead of waiting the 18 months and then blah, 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 we're just going to buy the ones that produce milk, which is 12-month-old, because cows in real life start producing milk at about a year old. Before that, they're considered heifers. They don't really do much other than grow. But we're going to buy the year-old ones, and they produce milk. But they're still 8 months away from, or 6 months away from their gestation period. And then once they have babies, then they take 18 months to go again. So it's a long process. So we're going to do it a little bit quicker and a little bit more what we do in real life. We didn't get our 125 head overnight. It took a long, long time. Some of the cows out there are 5-6 years old, and they're getting to their point where they're past their life cycle, if you know what I mean. But this is fun to me. This is just kind of relaxing. I get a chance to talk to you guys. I get a chance to, on my live streams, visit with you guys. It doesn't feel like I'm rushing around. And what I'm doing, everybody, just so you know, so I know where I'm going, is you see the cutter bar down on the left-hand corner of the combine? I am lining that up with the edge of the field. So it's deceiving when you do it for the first couple of times because you don't think you're over far enough. But once you've done it enough times, I line it up pretty much with the grass, and then I'm collecting the whole thing. Oh, you know what? We're full. Because I got talking. How far did we go back? There she goes. All right, so let's get our pipe out, which is going to go out into the road a little bit. There she comes. Okay. Let's hop out. Let's make sure. Look at that. Somebody acts like they know what they're doing with lining the header up. All right, so now we jog. So what we're going to have to do is I think we're going to have to buy the John Deere Gator and put it at the edge of the field so that we can run around where we need to go. Because this will be a long process. Because we're going to be wrapping up in about 2 minutes here. So we're going to cut through our own farm. We're going to hop the fence. We're going to get our, let's use our 4640. Let's use the 4840 for some of the field work today. And then we will say our goodbyes. We're going to grab the, down on here. We're going to grab our auger wagon, which is something that we use. We don't just take a trailer right to the edge of the field, which is what I've been doing. So on that note, everybody, as we hook up to this and we go back to the field, please, please, please look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. Be sure to like and subscribe and share. Hit the little notification ding ding bell so you get notified when Fury drops a video. Be sure to enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you are watching this. And remember that I love you all. And as soon as that hits 11 or 8:30, we're going to shut time down. And I will get this to the edge of the field first. And let's get in here like this. There we go. Shut the tractor down. This is the end, so we can tab to there. I just want to make sure every tractor's shut off. We're going to stop the time so you guys can see we don't play games here. So what we're going to do now, everybody, is I'm going to stop the video here, and then I'm going to come and go from 8:30 to 9, continuing to harvest and see how far I get. And then when we come back, where it's right, at 9 o'clock, we're going to, whether we're still harvesting or whatever we need to do, That's what we're going to do. That's a compromise I did for you guys. Okay? So, without further ado, I love you all, and I will catch you all on the flip side.